happy Self-Love Sunday. I'm Tarnisha Mostas, your host of Self-Love Sundays with Sass, where we come every single Sunday so we can talk about all the ways in which we can better our best. And let me ask you something today. If you won the lottery, like today, what's the first thing you would do? Would you quit your job? Would you book a vacation? Would you disappear for a while? And I want you to be completely and totally honest because that answer tells you everything you need to know about how you feel about your life. If you are constantly waiting for the weekend, counting your days till next vacation, and listen, I'm not going to act like I don't count my days to my vacation, right? And also, this is my time to give this quick disclaimer because sometimes I come here, and I'm doing my YouTube videos, and you'll get the comment like, oh, whether I think I'm a guru or something. Listen, I am nobody's guru. When I come to these videos and I'm talking about designing your life to win, these are just the steps and the things that I have gone through. And let me explain something to you too. In each season of your life, you may have to come back to the things that you did before. And of course, so you have to do it maybe just slightly differently because always don't open new doors. But these were the steps that I took at a particular point in my life to get me to where I am today, where I could stop always, there was a point where it was really bad and it was always like waiting for the weekend and always worrying about the next vacation, always daydreaming about, running away from everything, because something is always wrong, right? And so I want to show you the things that I did. Okay. So today I'm going to show you why you keep craving that escape and how to fix it. 3 power moves to start creating a life that feels good daily, right? And I want to be clear too, this doesn't mean that we're going to be happy 99, 110% of the time. Listen, there are some years where it's 90-10. There are some years that it's 80-20, but it should never go below 80-20. And then we're going to start, I'm also going to show you how to stop just existing and actually start living, because that's where the game really starts to change. Because listen, I want to be clear because this was me. Waiting for one day is how you waste your whole life. Just waiting for one day, right? So if you're ready to stop escaping and start living, keep watching, okay? So I started this off with talking about if you're constantly looking for exit plan, now exit plan from your job, that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? I'm talking about if this is a career that you've always wanted and now all of a sudden you're just always waiting for an exit plan, your daily routine, or even in your mind, you're just kind of like stuck in this constant looking for an exit. The reason why is because, let's be honest, you haven't built the life you actually want. Right. If you're constantly looking to, and that's what I had to learn. And that's what helped me start my business. Because I'm like, wait a minute, if I'm constantly looking for an exit plan, I'm not happy. If I pull up to my home and I'm sitting in the driveway for 30 minutes before I have to go in the house, that's because my home is not a happy place for me to be. I haven't designed it to be that way, right? So these are signs that, and so again, I'm starting to give you signs that you're stuck in this kind of escape mode. But if you live for the weekend and dread Mondays, right, that's a sign. You're always looking forward to what's next, and you're never happy where you are. Now, there's nothing wrong with climbing, or there's nothing wrong with wanting more. But if it's to the point where you can't even enjoy where you are, that's a problem. If your life feels like it's an endless cycle of all I do is work, sleep, and repeat. I had a friend who literally this was his life. And I had to ask him one day, like, do you believe that you were born just to work to die? And literally his answer was yes. And I was like, are you crazy? Like, I'm that friend, right? I'm the friend, I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to call you on the carpet. I'm like, that is not the truth. That is not the life that God designed for you. Okay, period. And so now he's living a completely total different life. And I'm so proud of him. And we had this conversation just the other day. And he was like, man, I remember that. And I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, yeah, because that was sounding crazy. And if you're constantly fantasizing about getting away, but you never feel peace with where you are, because there's nothing wrong with wanting to go on vacation or waiting to get to vacation. But if you don't feel peace in where you are, that's saying something. So I want you to think about that today. We shouldn't always dread a Monday, right? You should be happy. Again, 80% of the time is the least, right? Where you want to be happy about that career that you chose. Because listen, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need an escape plan. You just need a better strategy for living. That's the truth, right? So you have to ask yourself, and I want you to take a, and if you need to pause this video right now and do this, I want you to ask yourself, right? If nothing changed in my life for the next 5 years, would I be happy? If the answer is no, it's time to start changing things today. Today. Because that's saying something. Why are we our people as a people don't listen to the alarms that are consistently going off in our minds, consistently going off in our hearts and in our bodies? That's an alarm telling you something. It's telling you that it's time to change some things. It's not telling you that you're the worst person. It's telling you that it's time to change some things. Most people don't need another vacation. They need a new vision for their life. And I'm about to help you build it. Okay. So I'm going to remember I talked about those three power moves. So the first power move, and this is something that I had to do it myself. I had to redefine what success really means because we've been sold a lie. The success does not mean burnout, stress, and exhaustion. It's just, listen, we have been sold a lie. Does it mean that depending on the type of success that you want, if you're a person that's striving to be a millionaire, does that mean you're not going to be tired? No, you're going to be tired, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't cost you your life. It shouldn't cost you. You're so stressed out, you can't sleep, you can't breathe, you can't. You're constantly on edge. That's not real success. I'm going to tell you, real success is waking up and actually looking forward to the day. Man, I actually woke up this morning. I was looking forward. And I'm still a little bit tired because I'm going through perimenopause, so I get up sometime with night sweats. But I was looking forward to getting up and doing this video. I'm looking forward to going to Costco today with my kids. I'm looking forward to church service today. I'm looking forward to just the beauty of a new day, right? That's success, but that's success for me. So you have to do that for you. Define your success in one sentence. For example, success to me means having financial freedom while loving what I do. That's success for me. Success to me means waking up without stress and feeling fulfilled. That's what success feel like today. And you can change it for the day, you can change it for the month, however you want, but define it. But success cannot just be a paycheck because that's why you're not feeling successful. And I'm not telling you not to have money. Money is a tool, okay? Period. And I always say that people who say that money doesn't bring happiness haven't given enough away. So I'm not saying that, but it should not be all about that. It should be a success should be a lifestyle that aligns to who you truly are. That's success. And having money as a tool is also a part of it, sure, because it's that financial freedom. All right, so power move number two, stop spending your time and money on things that are draining you. Time is your most valuable asset. Period. In the store, I can waste a little bit of money. Don't waste my time. And right now, you're wasting too much time on things that drain you. Okay, so things that drain you. Social media. I just came off a 7-day fast. I did a 7-day fast. And if you want to join me, I have another one that's going to be coming up in March. You can reach out to me or subscribe to www.mosas.com. Subscribe and you'll get the emails. I just came off a 7-day fast, right? And in the 7-day fast, I fasted from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. But throughout that entire fast, no social media. I can't tell you how much my mindset has even shifted in 7 days because you don't even realize sometimes how much that scrolling can drain you, how much people's ideals and the things that they're saying can seep into your system, especially if you're someone that's sensitive. I'm very sensitive, right? So I want you, and again, that's for me, but I need you to know it for you. I need you to write down the top 3 things that drain you daily. What is draining your time? What is draining your energy? What's draining your pockets? You need to know. Let me tell you another exercise that I did in my community, 1% Nation. I have an accountability community. I had them look at how much interest that they're paying on credit cards because there is good and bad debt, right? I'm talking about these personal credit cards, not business. I had them look at how much interest are you paying? Listen, some people complain they can't get a home, they can't afford a car. If you look at how much interest you're paying on the credit card, that's your home down payment, that's your car payment right there. So these are some of the things you have to start to take account of. You got to know what's happening in your life, right? And so after you write down the top 3 things, all I want you to do is replace one of them with something that fuels you with energy, gives you peace, or help you to grow. And if you don't know what that is, then guess what? Maybe it's a time for you to think about joining a community, getting around a community of like-minded people, or having someone help you so you can look into that. That could be a coach and or a therapist. But you have to know what's happening in your life as to why you are feeling the way you're feeling. Why are you consistently running off emotion? Why are you up and down all the time? That is your nervous system saying, hello, hello, pay attention to me. You're so busy paying attention to everybody else, getting busy, being busy, not doing anything. That is not, busyness is not success. It just isn't. The things that you say yes to will determine the quality of your future. And most importantly, the things that you say no to. And that has to start with you saying no to the things that drain you so you can say yes to the things that align with you. Okay? Power move number 2. You're going to have to create some daily wins. People who love their life, I need you to hear me, aren't waiting for something big to happen. They find joy in the small daily things. Do they love big things? Absolutely. But however, they understand it's the small things that they do every day that leads to the big things. It's the small things that I did every day that led up to me actually being able to host a fast where, I have people from all walks of life, new people who joined that don't know me, that came together as a corporate gathering to do the fast. It was the small habits I build every day to help me have enough courage to even come here to build a YouTube channel to do this every single day. And I'm looking to grow my channel. So please subscribe, and share this out. It took a lot of my small daily habits to get me here. It took a lot of small daily habits to feel grateful every single day, to start loving the life that I'm living instead of looking for something else to happen, right? So each morning you got to write down one thing that would make today feel like a win. What is one thing today that would make you feel like this Sunday, if you're watching it today, feel like a win for you? What is one thing? It doesn't have to be big. This is my one thing. Listen, this is a win. I got up. I kept my commitment to my commitment. I'm showing up. I'm here every single Sunday to give you all the tips and tools that you need that could potentially change your entire life. It changed mine. This is how I became an author. This is how I became a speaker. This is how I became a coach. Doing the things that I'm telling you today. And then I want you to start celebrating your small wins. Listen, we don't celebrate enough. You just want to celebrate the big things. Well, guess what? I'm celebrating this win today. I'm celebrating the fact that I did this video. I'm celebrating the fact that I showed up for me. I kept my commitment to my commitments. I'm celebrating that all day. I actually celebrated, and we did this too. I celebrated yesterday coming off that 7-day fast. Do you know how hard it is to like fast from social media? That was hard for me. It may not be hard for you. It was hard for me, that because it's also a part of my business, right? However, doing that gave me so much clarity into what I needed to do next. That's why it's important to do it. Okay. Listen, when you fall in love with the process, life stops feeling like a grind. And I'm not saying to you that every day I'm in love with the process, because that would be a lie. But most days I am. Remember, it's 90-10, 80-20. Some people get to the point where it's 99-1, where 99% of the time they are full in swing and happiness and joy, and 1% they experience some type of negative entity, negative vibe. That to me is the pinnacle of success. And that's where I'm striving to be, to get off the 80-20, 90-10 and get to the 99-1. Right? So again, that's me. I want you to set it up for you, right? So 3 power moves. The first one, you got to redefine success. The second one, stop spending your time and money on things that drain you. 3, you got to create your daily wins, and you got to learn to celebrate it. You got to fall in love with the process when you're on the way to going where you want to be. The second you stop waiting for happiness and start creating a daily, I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer. Everything changes, not just for you, but everybody who surrounds you, everybody who's in contact with you. If you're a business owner, everybody who's in your business, it changes for them. If you are a person who is going into a job every day, it changes. I'm going to tell you right now, it's like locks in this mindset that will keep you in a winning state. That's where you want to be. You want to feel like you're in this winning state all the time. And it's not always easy. I'm not here to tell you that. I'm telling you it's worth it. And it's so much so, like, if you've been watching me for a while, I talked about the fact that I'm still in corporate America. I'm building my business, right? And I'm building it so I can leave my corporate job. I'm going to actually retire. And I can't retire yet because I'm not 50 yet, right? I have the years of service. I've been there 27 and a half years. It'll be 28 years soon, right? So one of the things that happened to me, I've been working from home for 18 years. It was jarring. It was a big change for me to go in the office. And I didn't feel like I started Listen, feeling like I couldn't wait to Friday. And then I got to the point where I came in the job one day and I was talking to my coworker and I said, you know what? No more complaining because this is draining. Message. No more complaining because this is draining. It's not helping me get through my day. It's not helping me on this job. It's not helping me throughout when I need to go home and work on my business. It's not helping me on the ride to and from work. It's not helping. Those people who are complaining to you every single day, they are draining you. Listen to social media and all they're doing is complaining. It's draining you. You have to walk away from it. If not for a couple of days, try to lock in on the next fast that I'm doing. And I'm telling you, and if you fast on social media, watch how much it changes your game. It completely changed my life. Completely changed my life. So I just want you to let's lock in on your breakthrough because I want you to never really to go back to it. And even if you, because we're not perfect beings, even if you fall back, right, you can always come back to this lesson, right? So your first strategy is stop playing the when I get there game. Oh my God. I had to stop playing the when I get. Happiness is not a finish line. Oh, when I build my business. Oh, when I get 50 people in my community. Oh, when I get 100 people. I had to stop doing that to myself. I had to start being happy where I was. And then people started to come in. I think the reason why I had the most people sign up for this last fast is because I stopped doing that to myself. You have to stop doing that to yourself. Is not when you get married. Happiness is not when you get a child. Happiness is not when you're able to have $1 million in the bank account. There's nothing wrong with those things. However, until you get there, you have to create your happiness now. Trust me. If you don't learn to enjoy the now, you will always feel like you're behind. And I'm telling you right now, this is something that at every level and every stage, you have to come back to this strategy. Because every level that you go to, there's new things that are going to come up. And that's why it's okay to go back and look at the strategy that helped you get to this next level, right? Some always will work in new doors, but some strategies will always work. Okay. And this one I know will. The when I get their game is a dangerous game to play. When I have more money to do this with my kids, no, start doing something happy with them now. When I have more money to do this with my friends, no, build some happiness now. I had a Valentine's Day with my girlfriends. It didn't cost me a lot of money to do that, right? Find a way to spend time, to laugh, to create joy. And so, what is the action step for you? I want you to find one thing that you're grateful for about your in your current life today. And then I want you to find the time to just spend, I don't care if it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, and just do that thing that lights you up from the inside out. What is that? For me, I love music and dancing. Find that one thing, turn on that song, and just dance. Just dance. Just do it. Nobody's watching. Who cares? If you're singing, sing. Okay, I tear it up in the shower. All right. Can I sing? No, to you, I can't, but in that shower, I sound good. Okay, do that. Strategy number 2, build a life that gives you energy. If your daily life drains you, it's not the right life for you. So sit down and develop a plan. What is your plan of action? What does success look like to you? Does like you would design a business plan? Listen, let ChatGPT help you. Write down all the things that you desire to do in life, right? And then go to ChatGPT and say, help me build a life that brings me this type of energy. What would that look like? Get yourself some help. And that's free to do it. That's why I said that, because a lot of people think, oh, it takes money. Yes, there are some things I had to invest in myself. I had to invest in coaching. I had to invest in therapy. I had to invest in all those things. Sure, but there are some things that you could do right now for free, because what am I doing? I'm taking away your excuses. Your excuses are killing you. The excuses that allow those people to keep draining you, the excuses that allow you to keep doing that retail therapy. And every time you look at your credit card statements, now you're paying tons of interest and you keep feeling behind. And now you're sad. And now you can't go spend the money because all the money is gone, because now you got to spend every single dime or paying back for the things you went shopping for. And guess what? You went and paid and you thought you had a sale. You put it on a credit card and you paid double for it. We have to change that. Cash is going to be king. If you don't listen to nothing else I say, remember I told you that. Cash is going to be king these next 4 years. So what's an action step for you to help you? Because we're talking about strategy 2, which is building a life that gives you energy. I want you to listen, get a life plan for yourself. Write down the things that give you energy and give you life. Let ChatGPT help you to build a complete plan. And then I want you to do one of those things every single day. Every single day. Okay? Last strategy. Stop selling for just enough. This drives me a little bit crazy. You are not put on earth just to go to work and die. You were placed here to design to win. You have purpose. You have purpose for being here. Beyond just being a mother, beyond just being a father, beyond just being a friend. You have purpose. Beyond just being a business owner, beyond just being, an employee. You have purpose. And I want you to commit. I want you to commit to digging deep on what that purpose is. Why are you here? What are you tasked to do? Are you supposed to be a person that's doing YouTube videos every day? And let me tell you something about being a leader, right? As a leader, you can teach someone who is 2 levels below you, who's on like who you were 2 years ago. You can teach that. I'm coming here and I'm giving you who I was 2 years ago. I'm not teaching to where I'm going. I'm teaching to where I've been. So maybe that's something that you can do. Okay. And so that's why sometimes if you guys hear me talk about relationship, and I'm gonna just state it for the table because somebody came and made a comment, is she married? First of all, being married doesn't define me to my expertise in relationships. But I'm gonna make it clear I was married. So I can talk to somebody about marriage because I was, and I did for 10 years. I know what it takes to be in it. I know what it takes to lose it, right? I know what it takes to rebuild yourself after a divorce because I've done that. I've done that. Okay? And do I know what it takes for a lasting marriage? Not because mine lasted, but I have parents that have been, God, my parents have been married for 40, my sister's 45, for 47 years. And so they've been together. My brother's 52, so they've been together about 55. I have grandparents before then. I have examples. So guess what I know about what's about to happen when I get married again? Because speaking in life and death is in the power of a tongue. I want you to speak it. Okay? I know now because I have tools now to help me learn, number one, what marriage really is. What wife, nobody even taught us that. But here's the thing. We don't even know who we are. You got to know who you are before you dive into wanting to become somebody's partner. And guess what? If you're already in the marriage and it's like, okay, you still don't know then guess what? You have to dig into this. You have to start to redefine some things. You have to get with a coach, get with a therapist, do all you can, start designing your life to win, and watch what happens with your partner. Okay. So I know dived off there a little bit, a little off, but I'm coming back now. All right. So let's recap the 3 strategies. All right. Stop playing the when I get there game. Right. Strategy number 2, build a life that brings you energy. We talked about a free way for you to do that, and stop settling for just enough. You are built for a purpose. What is that purpose? Your best life is built by the choices you make daily. I need you to hear that because this is a choice. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it's a choice, but everything is a choice. Everything is a choice. You can choose to stay the same or you can choose to change. You can choose to blame, you can choose to shame, or you could choose to work on you and know that that's something to do with you. Listen, they talked I was listening to John Hope Bryant yesterday and I was taking all these notes, and he was talking about, poor is a mindset, right? And poor people spend time talking about people. Wealthy people spend time talking about ideals. And if you are not in the place that you desire to be, because wealth could be fitness, wealth could be finance, wealth could be a wealthy mindset, wealthy heart, right? Wealthy soul, wealthy spirit, and don't have a spiritual foundation, right? That's why you're poor. And so you can't be mad at no one else. Don't talk about the government and everybody else. What are you choosing every single day? But here's the thing: if you're done living in this escape mode and you're ready to create a life you love, I need you to type in the comments, "I choose freedom." If you are done, if you are done with this, blaming and shaming and not, waking up not happy, not geared up for the day, if you're not spending your life 80-20 or 90-10 of the time in joy and happiness, but in despair and complaining and being draining, if you're done doing that, I need you to type in the comments, "I choose freedom." It's a choice. Your dream life isn't something you book a flight to. Now, there's nothing wrong with the flight, but that's not it. It's something you create daily. So I need you to choose to win. I need you to get around winners. I need you to talk like a winner. I need you to walk like a winner. And if you don't know how to do that, come back and visit me every single Sunday. If you want to learn more about it, listen, you can come to my website, www.mosass.com, moessass.com. Join my community. If you don't, that's fine. Get in a community. I need you to hear me. You have to get around like-minded people that are trying to go somewhere and not these negative Nancy's. And I get it too. Please don't get it twisted. The one who come and comment on my video because I do nothing but spread positivity and love and joy when I come, I know that they're not happy with themselves. I know that their lives are not good. And there's sometimes, okay, well, I'm going to come and I'm going to give that disclaimer, okay? Play with somebody else. Don't play with me today, okay? And let them know why they do that. If you go to anybody's video and you start pushing out negative comments to people who do nothing but come for free and give love, hope, encouragement, faith for you to grow, that says a lot. That says a lot. But if you're ready to stop doing it, because you can turn it around. How do I know it used to be me? And that was because I didn't love myself. But once I learned some things, once I started to change some things, once I stopped, every time I listen to somebody questioning, well, how would they know? I wrote 2 books about it. Okay, this is the other one, Finding Your Way, 7 Ways to Love and Hear Yourself. And then my newest book is Designed to Win, The Pathway for Success for Tomorrow's Empowered Professional Woman, right? This is not something that I just come here and speak about. It's what I live. And that's what a leader should do. And if you call yourself a leader and not doing those things, you can change it today by just typing in the comments, I choose freedom. And please, please like, subscribe, share this out with anyone that you think that would help. Again, I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. And next week, we're talking about how to break through self-doubt and step into confidence like never before, because I want you to win and be successful the way you define success. I love you. I love you. I love you. Talk to you next week. Bye now.